Hello children, in our previous class of civics, we have already learned about local administration in rural areas. We know in rural areas, the Gram Panchayats are the local governing bodies which are responsible to look after the needs of all the villages and ensures the smooth functioning of the village. But cities are much bigger than villages. A city has many markets, crowded streets, traffic control, offices, more houses, etc. So, being large and more populated, the problems of a city are very different from that of a village. So, it requires more machinery, means more officials to work in the urban areas. Administration in urban areas and cities is carried out by local bodies called the municipal corporation and the municipal council. So let's learn about municipal corporation. A municipal corporation looks after a big city. Cities with a population of 2 lakhs or more have a municipal corporation. A municipal corporation manages the people and their activities and all the infrastructure such as roads, electricity, hospitals, schools, etc. of the city. Only big cities like Pune, Mumbai, Thane, Bengaluru, etc. have municipal corporations. How a municipal corporation works. What is the composition of a municipal corporation? Let's understand it. Composition. The people of the city who are not less than 18 years of age elect members of the municipal corporation. That means the voting age is 18 years. To contest for an election, the person must be an Indian citizen and at least 25 years of age. That means if a person has to stand in election, he or she should be 25 years of age. The name of the candidate must also be in voters list. Elected members of municipal corporation vary between 50 to 100. These representatives elect a mayor and a deputy mayor. The elected representatives also elect experienced members called aldermen. The mayor and deputy mayor are elected for a 1-year term. The mayor presides over the meeting for the municipal corporation. Every municipal corporation has a chief executive officer, CEO, who is also called the municipal commissioner. The state government or the central government appoints him. He acts as a link between state government and municipal corporation. Within the municipal corporation, there are several committees. Each committee comprises of 5 to 12 members. Each committee has a chairperson. 2 of the important committees are health and education. What is municipality? Cities with a population between 20,000 and 5 lakh have a municipality or a municipal council. The number of members of a municipal council depend upon the size of its population. The city is divided into several wards for conducting elections of these members. One candidate is elected from each ward. The entire adult population in the city are eligible to vote. Adult population means the people who are 18 years or above 18 years. People above the age of 25 can contest the municipal election. The elected members elect a few experienced and respected citizens of the city who are called aldermen. Some seats are reserved for scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, and women. The term of office in the municipality is 5 years. The state government passes municipal acts which lay down the powers, functions, and sources of income for the municipality. Smaller towns like Talegaon, Khed have a municipality or a municipal council. So children, we have seen that the elections of the municipal corporation and the municipal council takes place in the similar way, and the functions also are similar. So what is the basic difference between both the terms? We can say that a municipal council and a municipal corporation are the same organization. In smaller town, this organization is called as municipal council or committee, and in big towns and cities, it is known as municipal corporation. So that is the only difference. What are the functions of municipal corporation and municipality? The main functions of a municipal corporation and a municipality are collection of disposal and garbage, to maintain proper hygiene and sanitation, ensure through regular cleaning of drains and removal of wastewater to prevent spread of diseases, to open schools to educate children, especially at the primary and secondary level, and to set up night schools and adult education centers, to supply safe drinking water and make arrangement for street lighting, to construct roads and bridges, to maintain records of births and deaths and issue certificates, to provide and maintain cremation grounds, electric crematorium, graveyards, etc., to construct and maintain marketplaces for selling vegetables, fruits, consumer goods, etc. Construction of parks, gardens, picnic spots, night shelters, etc. Construction of public toilets and lavatories. To manage electric supply, water bugs, bus services, etc. So we have seen that the municipal corporation provides us with many services like hospitals, schools, libraries, gardens, and so many more. All these services require money. How does municipal corporation get money for these services? It collects tax from people. So what is tax? Tax is the money that people have to pay to the government. The government uses this money to give us roads, dams, telephone, electric lines, etc. We pay many different taxes. These taxes levied on the people are the sources of income for the government. So now let's understand some sources of income. First is taxes on land and property and on maintaining electricity and water supply. Duty on goods coming into and going out of the city. Income from rent on municipal property. Taxes on shops, markets, and commercial institutions. Grants and loans from the state government. So children, these are some of the sources of income of the government by which the government gives us all the amenities. Control on local bodies. Now who controls the local bodies? That means who controls the municipal corporation and the municipal council? The central and state government supervise the work of municipal corporation and municipality, and ensure that they function well. In case the people are not satisfied with the working of these local bodies, they have the power to take action against them or to dissolve them. Since we pay for the services provided by the government makes sure that our interests are protected, and these bodies should work for the welfare of the people. For ensuring this, the government has introduced many forums to solve people's problem. Some of these forums are consumer courts, lok adalats, public interest litigation, and residents' welfare organization. Hope you have enjoyed and understood the chapter as well.